Stalking is a behaviour that a lot of women are often in fear of. It's often viewed as an obsessional behaviour, typically by a male against a woman. What do we know about stalkers? What are some of the characteristics that they have inside themselves that we need to understand? So what do we understand about stalkers as such? What is the psychology of a stalker? What we know about these stalkers is that they often have a lot of maladaptive behaviours. That means they've had very unsuccessful relationships. They often have low self-esteem. They're often insecure about their relationships with women. They're also very narcissistic. And what that means is that their needs, their desires, their wants override the desires or wants of the person that they're stalking. They really have not a lot of concern or empathy to the women that they're after. One of the other features of a stalker is that they often have very poor, what we call impulse control. And impulse control means that, again, I want, I need, I will. So the idea of consequential thinking or thinking of the repercussions of their behaviour bears little impact for them. There are a number of people that we know who've been persistent stalkers, and so the underlying motivation for their behaviour actually becomes quite obsessional. A central component of a stalker's mind is one of fantasy, where they immerse themselves in the lives of another person. So what they're actually doing is imagining what your life is like, what it's like to be with you, what it's like to share your life. And it's really important for the victims to understand this is often the motivation. Many people have a view that it's a sexually based behaviour, but in fact that's not what the research is telling us. It's far more to do with having control over your life and immersing themselves in your life. The other interesting research that we know about stalking behaviour is they often have a whole range of mental health issues, ranging from bipolar, schizophrenia, to borderline personality disorders. What can you do if you find yourself in that situation, that you're a little bit in fear that someone is persisting in unwanted advances where you might feel either intimidated or threatened? One of the first things to do is understanding some of the psychology that I've just mentioned, that these are insecure people, that they're narcissistic, that their needs are greater than yours. Certainly, one of the first tips I would suggest is make no further contact. Whether it's email, whether it's phone calls, don't respond in any shape or form through the media. If you find that you're getting a stalker outside your home and they're following you either on foot or in car, report it to the police. There's lots of ways that they can intercept stalking. I guess thirdly, make sure home security is really paramount in your life. And I don't advise that people need to change their routines, change where they're living. I think that only feeds the stalker's obsession. But be mindful of your windows being closed, lock the front door, lock the back door. Importantly, your safety, your well-being, your sense of security is uppermost in the community's mind. That the police are very proactive in responding to these sorts of unwanted behaviours.